Good morning, it's me again, Inspirational post by Leverson. Just going to get straight into it. Once again, as I'll always say from the beginning, thank you to all the people that are like-minded enough to watch this channel, and also to everybody out there that's given a thumbs up. Thank you very much, much appreciated. As I said, I will always talk to you from a point of where it's coming straight from the heart. It's coming from inside. It isn't coming from anything that's made up, or it's anything that's malicious. It's going to be everything that I'm putting out here is just for basically a positive outcome, for your positive outcome, for my positive outcome, for anybody that's out there that's like-minded, that wants more than just what's sometimes in front of us. We need things to also operate from a source of inside, because what we are within, that is what we are without. And from the outside, we have to be as good we are from we look as the outside as what we do within. We can't have one without the other. It is a balance, because we know if we're rotten inside, that's the sort of thing that we're going to give off from the outside for our exposure, and how we look and how we treat other people, and even how we treat ourselves. So we have to make sure that we are accountable for every action that we take, for how we take the action, for what we say, how we say it, how we engage with people, how we see other people as well. So I just want to get into it today, and what I want to talk about is basically knowing your value. And knowing your value, I don't just mean that as the money, the paper, the green, the donzai, the tremoli, the dirt, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to call money, whatever it is, it isn't just about that. Your value has to be the value of how you see yourself. Because most people will make an opinion on you within the first 3 seconds, as I say, of meeting you. Or sometimes you can just walk past somebody and they'll look at you and not like you anyhow, for whatever reason. Don't know if it's a reasoning of because they're in a bad place themselves, which more than times it is that when somebody else is in a bad place, they're hurting. So what they try and do is they try and throw hurt back out by hurting you or whoever's around you. It might not even be down to a colour thing, you know what I mean, not even looking at that. But yes, that will come into play sometimes. But also you might just walk past somebody and you get a vibe where, oh, I'm not too sure about that person. But as I said, it's about what you have to value about yourself within. Because as I said, if you are a negative person, you are going to give off negative vibes. If you're a happy, bubbly, outgoing, charismatic sort of person, that's how people will see you, that you are bubbly. And sometimes that can be annoying for people too, depending how sort of out there that you are. You can be sort of so mushy sort of thing that people do see that as an annoyance. So it is, as I said, there's a balance, isn't there? There's a balance of good, there's a balance of bad. And we have got bad inside us and we have got good inside us, but we have to make sure that the good outweighs the bad. We want the balance of that to be unequal. We don't want that to be on a equal par where we're as bad as we are as good. We want to be, you know, if we are just a little bit bad, or we're a little bit naughty, or we can be a little bit mischievous, yeah, that's fine, as long as we're not hurting anybody with that sort of mischievousness, you know what I mean? That sort of where we're intentionally going out to hurt anybody. We can be, you know, a little bit sarcastic, or we can have it where we're a little bit sort of, you know, cutting in probably things that we say because we're very quick-witted or something like that, but not going out to hurt anybody intentionally to make them feel to make them feel bad about themselves or anybody else. So it's about valuing your values, valuing your values. What are your values? Are your values good enough to be in line with not hurting somebody else? Well, it has to be. Because if you're out and you're just looking for to be talking about this person and talking about that person, you know then that that person is definitely talking about you. We know this. So what is that person's value? But it doesn't mean to say that your value will have to change because that person's talking about you and saying bad things about you. Because, as I say, once somebody is hanging out there washing and they're talking about somebody else's washing is dirty and everything else, you know that they're talking the same thing about your washing. And as I said, these are the people that then you know that you have to keep away from because they're just going to bring you down in that negative mindset, to put you into that state of, I want to talk about he said, she said, I could have said, what if, but, and all that sort of negative nonsense, which we don't need. So to value yourself, I think, is one of the greatest things that you can have. To have self-evaluation when you look at yourself and you say, you know, I am a good person and I'm changing for the better, because you have got a stronger sense within you for your destiny to change. Because your destiny doesn't have to be, as I said, where you were born, where you've grown up, the streets that you know, and even the people that you know. That doesn't have to influence how you turn out, because you can change the way that everybody else perceived how you would be, or even people that don't know you who make a judgment within 3 seconds or 5 seconds or whatever it is, to judge you because of what you're wearing, how you look, how you speak. Doesn't mean to say that you're not a good person. As I said, that your goodness will always outweigh the badness. So it's the badness of their thoughts and bad-mindedness. They're the ones that have to check themselves. If you're doing the best for you, and you're doing the best for the people around you in your community, in your circle, to be better, to be a better person, to be of better value, to be of better strength, to be of better purpose, you know that you are definitely on the